You see, woman. You see yourself, boy. We heard this all our life as negative, right? From today, no. When someone speaks like this, you see to you. Even if they don't have good intentions, well, I'll see myself. I'll look at me. I'll know who I am. I will know that God lives in me and does not give up me, and that it will be with me to the end. Make a miracle in me, waking the power of God in me. Waking up the power of God in you. You can all that strengthens you enough to be fearing what you can face enough to be fearing. No evil can do absolutely nothing on you if you don't open loopholes. How did we say, when does the devil start to have access to us? When we stop respecting each other. When we stop loving ourselves. The shield God makes in us is faith. It is the consciousness you have. The devil. What you need to do is just not approach it. There is a minimum sign that something can be evil in your life, can drain your energy, can drain your strength. Cut yourself from the strength of the Spirit in you. The Spirit is wearing for you. He is struggling for you and becoming more and more fit to your battles. Everything gave the name about every name. Jesus. Never stop fighting. No more discouragement. Chopanemia. Hope in our hearts. And a lot of love for us to overcome what needs to be overcome. Once upon a time, and it is almost right there, that we live a time when we lost a lot of people who love each other. And now what we least want is to waste time with those we have. Time alongside the people we love becomes eternity. Careful, partner. That life train, when we least imagine it's time to leave. But while we won't, we go to us. Who else did you forgive in life? Certainly who you love the most. You do not need to say another word. You hug me. Stay from the door out. This is the music I like to sing for my mother. I had a great pleasure to lie on her lap and sing it to her. The pandemic took so many people that we loved, and the only way to do justice to this challenge, that is to lose who we love, is that we love even more those we still have. Because the resurrection is that we turn the longing into a capacity to love that we never ends. But is something that happens soon the heart forgets, because and anyway, right? Speak, what did we fight, my trip? I don't remember anymore. No. Then the grudge that is on the side, oh, I remember. No, we want to forget, because we love each other. The greatest wealth we can have in life is to love and be loved. The rest we find a way. But when we lack love, we can't even understand who we are. Love is that it educates us. It makes us reach the best of us and make the other to reach the best of oneself. You know that one of the things I thank God most is every time I identify that someone is having access to effective authority to educate what I feel. It happens. Throughout our lives, we will find the people who are educating who we are. Because everything in us had to be educated. Everything. Absolutely everything. We were born. We come to this world determined by the selfishness of our condition. It's inevitable. You can never expect solidarity from a newborn. In the early stages of life, solidarity is a value that we don't even know how to decode it. We revolve around our needs. It is normal. It is a normative process. There is no problem. We have to wait for brain maturity to teach the concepts. But one day, when you started to have the first understanding that your mother gets tired, that you have no problem, you expect a little, that she is in the bathroom, that soon she brings her food, her drink, don't tell a newborn. Wait for your mother to arrive soon. Don't cry because your mother is already coming. She needs to solve some things. But now, then he leaves the crib and the child is still there in that scream. No. Nothing in us can be a solidarity response in life. In the early stages of life. But at one point, with great way, his mother was saying, "My daughter, divide this little doll with her sister. What we have is more beautiful when we divide." You started to have the first lessons about your ability to share what you had. Divide a toy, divides a cookie. Someone began to educate your feelings, your understandings, and you have begun to flourish in your possibilities. Aristotle was very right. He even taught us the classical Christian philosophy. It absorbed much of Aristotle's teachings. Aristotle said that when you look at a seed, you see all the possibilities of the tree, but it is no guarantee that it becomes. You have to put in the right place, favor. Put in the ideal conditions so that the seed flourish with all its possibilities. Christianity in us is the same thing. One day you received it all in a seed baptism. The first lines you were able to understand what it means to be a Christian. Because if someone had not taken you out of your selfishness, it is very likely that you were still repeating all the condition of the individual. The human process is always like this. I leave the condition of individual when my brain maturity allows me this. Psychology teaches us, who has already had contact with the philosophy of Piaget psychology, the development of moral judgment. How do we mature in life when people, according to our possibilities of understanding, are putting us in the face of the situations that teach us? Piaget said beautifully, the only way to educate a child who is not able to have a complexity of thought is playing. The first rules of life we do not learn from moral speeches. We learn playing. There is a space to be respected for the game. There are rules for play. It was the first contact you had with what today you understand as civility. Someone was willing to civilize his soul, the individual, the one who does not divide, not because he does not want, because he cannot. And then you will assimilate the values. I can only give you what I before I have. If I don't own myself, I will hardly give myself with quality to someone. When I'm taking possession of who I am, then I have the right to give me someone. That's why sometimes we love each other so bad. We marry a person who doesn't have yet. We are friends with a person who is not yet, who still has all the forces of individuality prevailing on the condition of person. As we come to the end of our time together on Path of Faith, we invite you to continue the conversation in the comments section below. Don't forget to show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel for more inspiring messages.